What I'm about to attempt is adding the electronic automatic temperature control to my 2004 Mitsubishi Endeavor. Right now, these are my HVAC controls, and this is what I bought. So this is the automatic version, has the automatic feature, and this will allow the system to work. Now, right now, if I adjust my temperature, it just changes the picture. On the automatic version, it would reflect that the temperature that's being used. So I'm going to put this in, and we're going to see if the automatic will show the proper temperature, or did I just waste my money? So I got the unit pulled out, so I'm going to turn the ignition on. I do have the stereo missing, but it should work. So I got lights, so it does. So that proves that I should be able to easily convert this over to automatic. And so I have it on auto right now. So just changing the faceplate has made the appropriate change to the computer. So that is very nifty. Really impressed with Mitsubishi making this whole process relatively easy, whereas I have also done this to a Ford Taurus and it was not as easy. So the only thing I will need to do, according to the wiring diagram, is there is a sensor that needs to go into there, and that is the air intake temperature sensor for the cabin. Right now there is nothing. There's no wire, and a few of these missing spots will have the appropriate color. And then the other thing I will need to do is up there is the Sunload Sensor. I will need to add the Sunload Sensor, and I believe this only affects the automatic. So right now the car doesn't know. I mean, if I have it at 65, it's not going to know what 65 is. But it just looks like adding 2 sensors, I will have automatic climate control. The other thing this system came with that I do not have, and I probably won't do, is the system did have a rear blower where there would be controls back here, but there are not. I don't think I'm going to bother with that system. Now, the only hard thing that I can find that's going to be with this project is finding the appropriate parts for a Mitsubishi. I will be willing to bet I'll be able to find what I need out of a Mitsubishi Galant or a Mitsubishi Endeavor. And the only reason I say that is I'm not too keen on Mitsubishi. I know enough. But if I go into this other menu and then just a display customization, display settings, it does say right there, do I want it to be the Endeavor? So when you turn a car on, it will show a picture of an Endeavor or a picture of a Galant. So that does tell me that these computers were programmed for Endeavors or Galants. So if I can't find one out of an Endeavor, hopefully I can find a Galant that at least has the Sunload Sensor and the intake temperature sensor. I'm hoping it's not like a Ford where there's a hose that connects to there back to the return that will suck. It will create its own natural suction for the system. If not, maybe what I might do is on the GMC Jimmy, Oldsmobile Bravada, they actually had a temperature sensor that was in the headliner, and there was a little micro fan that would barely pull air, so it was constantly sampling a little bit of air. So that might be something I will do to add that if I needed to. Now I'm going to try to do this one-handed here, but to install the new climate control module, this one needs to be removed first. So on my Endeavor, this faceplate just pulled right out. I didn't have anything screwing it in. I don't know if it's supposed to be that way. I bought this thing secondhand So it could have been missing from when I bought it, but my unit pulled straight out. I don't see any broken screws. I just see metal tabs there, and then some clips there, and then these just look like plastic guides to get it in, but I don't see anywhere this would actually physically screw in to this enclosure here. I mean, I see 2 screw holes here, but I don't see anything that would match up here. And I said there's 2 clips there, 2 clips there that hold it in place. So I would check with yours first. If you can't just easily pull out your faceplate, then I would check to see. So it's really hard doing one hand. I see what other do-it-yourselfers are saying. It's hard to do this. And I keep honking my horn. Let's put the key in the ignition. And then for none of this, I pulled the battery. So, and then there's the old one. So again, there's no automatic feature on this. There's no auto feature on the fan. And then that just has max AC and then red and blue for the colors. So, but this is the physical part. And there are the connectors. So these are the same connectors on the other unit. So I'm gonna set that aside. And then, now I took these out so I can clean it. So again, this one has 65, 75, 85. There's automatic for there. And there's automatic down there. But shouldn't matter. That should just bolt straight into there. Of course, probably gotta set this down for a sec. Hang on a sec. Alright, so now I got it in with the new system. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put the car in neutral. When you have the car in neutral, make sure you have your parking brake on so you do not roll. So let's see how well this will work. I apologize if it turns out bad in advance. I'm just going to set the phone down here. I'm not actually using a camera. Alright, so I'm going to attach the wires. They only fit in one way. One's bigger, one's smaller. So, got one in, and then you got the other. And immediately, because again, I leave my car on because why not? Next is my car only has the hazard switch. Some Endeavors have little seatbelt reminders here for driver and passenger. Mine does not. So, just really carefully feel back there. And then before I put all, so those work. And then it's just a matter of align it. And once it snaps all in, the stereo came on too, so let's put these knobs back on real quick. And again, be careful when you take your knobs out that you put them back in the right way. You can generally see there's an indentation and that there's an indentation. So that goes in there. And let's make that easy and make that stick up. Alright. By the way, this YouTube channel is Kirby Yasha. If you're seeing this on another channel, please PM me. Let me know that someone stole my video. I'm trying to help people out, make their Mitsubishis a little better. So I'm just trying to help people out here. So now that this is all in, so let's just change the display to there. So now again, on the normal car, this is not there with the non-automatic feature. So I'm going to set them this first. put this back in park. Now my muffler's shot. It is not a ricer, if you can hear that. This is my wonderful Endeavor that I got for cheap, so it's a project. So right now it's on 75. It's on 75. Now I don't have all these extra sensors, so I'm gonna turn AC off. And I wonder, do I get heat or do I get cold, because I don't know what the car is actually registering. Feels about 70, 75. Now I don't have the AC on, but let's turn it to heat. And of course I have it on that, so let's put that on override. I do feel heat. Yeah, because my engine temperature is still hot, so this is definitely getting warm. Yeah, and that should be nice and cold. Okay, so if you have it all the way down, it isn't going to turn max AC on no matter what. So you got to have it at least 62 to turn the AC off. So again, I'm trying to turn it off. And that's kind of how the old plate was too. But this feels like it's coming from the ambient air temperature from outside. It's kind of how the old system was, that if you have it all the way down, it would turn on max AC. So it actually seems like it's working. So I'll put it back to 75. Even if you sit there and set it to automatic. Now this is probably where the sensors will come in, because at the moment I don't think the car knows how to adjust the blower. So I can see that when I do have it on automatic, it automatically adjusts the blower speed, and it shows on the graph there. So I'm gonna leave this in, but I know I'm gonna be losing out on some features until I get my extra sensors put into this car. So there will be a part 2 once I finally get all the sensors. I don't know how long it's gonna take, but like I said, as far as it looks right now though, the whole thing is pretty promising on adding what we need. I mean, last part is I could probably leave it in an automatic, change my blower automatically for now, and just manually control all this. But at least now it's going floor. Now you want cold, so it goes to vent. So just like what the automatic climate control would do. Generally when you want heat, heat rises, it will go to the floor feature. When you want cold, cold will sink and it will go through the vents. Now, don't think the car knows when you want it on defrost, so you have to automatically select defrost or defrost floor. But as far as everything goes on this panel, it's working. The only other thing I noticed is this panel I bought, this is broken. So this rubs. So on this one, there's these little clips here. The one I bought off of eBay, they were broken. So I'll probably just try to glue it back together and just say screw it. I initially just bought this because I don't know if this was going to work or not, but clearly, again, it doesn't affect any programming, because I have seen on some cars where the programming is set that if the car didn't have it, you can't just throw the feature in and expect it to work. But with the Mitsubishi, I'm really impressed. I threw the feature, I didn't add any wires. I just unplugged the old one and plugged the new one in. So looks like it's pretty easy to add this. But like I said, I'll get the other video going once I get the other piece for it.